Let's get started demo first of exposing the Ollama server publicly with a high performance server for free. Now see, this is one of the application I just hosted or running in my local with it consuming that Ollama server which is publicly hosted, and it is also it's 100x faster rather than local setup. So let me show you like hi. First let me ask that hi. Now see how quickly getting the response over here, right? Similar, I can ask, okay, what about this model, and hit enter. Now see how quickly get the response over here. It is so fast, 100x fast. And let me ask another question like what is .NET. Now see another question I ask, and also I'm getting that quick response, and also they are explaining everything is as much as possible, right? See the with the bullet point and highlight everything, right? As like look your normal chat GPT or any Gemini chatbot and all, right? And also the how much flexibility it is providing is so much, right? So that actually you can use it with high performance Ollama in publicly that you can expose, and also it is a leveraging to this, like you can just connect with your local terminal as well, and you can check it what is that how many models you want to install. Even that also I'll show you this in here via Postman. Also you can just using this publicly accesses URL to get that request and response as well. So moving to implementation. So before moving to implementation, I especially recommend if you first time visit my channel, so go to my channel which is .NET real world example, and here you can see many of the data. Actually I'll just show you how we can use it complete .NET application and all, or even how we can use the free copilot and all, and many of things, right? You can just learn many over here, right? So let's guys start implementation. So basically we require two things. One is Google Colab and another is Ngrok. So first look for that Google Colab so that we can write our script over here. Just few line script we have to write it over here. So just check for Google Colab, and here you can find this link, right? colab.research.google.com. So once you go over here, it will ask to actually log in. So you have to just log in with your Google account. So I already logged in. So once you logged in, now I am going to over here. Okay, so once you logged in, you will see this Colab section over here. And if you already have another script, so what you need to do, you have to go to that file section and go to that new notebook in Drive. So once you click this one, so it will just create a new notebook and a Jupyter notebook. Okay, so that's already done. I have already created. So once you create it, it look like this fresh Jupyter notebook, right? So here first of all what you need to check here, just go to the runtime and change the runtime over here. Now see, if you see runtime type is a Python, and next also you have to just set the accelerator is a GPU, because that is a powerful server. So that's why we have to use instead of GPU, actually this is a process, right? So instead of this process I will use the GPU process, which is graphic processor unit. So that would be a more flexibility and more advanced GPU and all, right? Means process and all. So that's why I choose this one. So it many fast rather than CPU. So just save it, and also it's a completely as a free now time period. But yeah, I think for that learning perspective, it would be fine to use this Ollama in our Google Colab and Ngrok, so that I can get this access publicly access outside of that environment, right? So use that GPU and save it. So once you set your environment, now it look like already you are connected over here. So first what I need to do, I have to just use one command, that is Ollama, which is I want to install the Ollama in this server, in this Google Colab, right? And simply the few commands also we have to record. First I have to install that Ollama, and then also I have to get that Ngrok. So ngrok also I have to just install that ngrok over here using this command. Like this is just simply get this torch file, and in this torch file, after that, once you get, now finally I have to extract and install that ngrok. Okay, so this is a complete implementation of that Ollama and ngrok. Okay, so first what you need to do, click this execute button. So once you execute, it will just install everything. So let me try. So once you start, now see it is starting to downloading Ollama. So the first will be installed, then it will get that this tar file for that ngrok, and then it will extract and install as well. So both are software, it's whatever needed over here, they will install in their server. It is not our local, right? So that's why it's performance based. It is 100x is faster. Okay, finally, see if you see the logs, actually after creating it is just stable over here, and also this is ngrok also stable and over here, and then finally install that ngrok. So both are in Ollama and ngrok is installed, right? So once you're done, now second things I have to required. So serve this Ollama, right? So once you serve this Ollama, then I am able to access, right? So what I need to do, simply click that code section, click on the code, so that it will allow to another section where I can write the code. Okay, so here actually I need one more things. So I require this package. So this is package actually I'm coming from Google.Colab, right? And I'm storing over here. Why I'm storing this? Because I required some token authentication token key, which is coming from ngrok. Okay, so let me explain more. I think you can better understand for that. So let me show it over here. Now see, I want to store one of the token which is provided ngrok, so that I can connectivity stable the connectivity of the ngrok, right? So whatever the token I have to store, I'm not storing over here directly, right? That I will store in this section. Now see, there's a one section, the secret section, so I will store the token over here. So now see, I already keep it over here like this way. But what you need to do, simply if it is first time, so click on this new secret key, and then using this whatever token name, you can token name, and you can just paste over your token where you will get that ngrok token. Let me open another tab and go to that ngrok search, and see this is that website of that ngrok, and click on this guy and go to over here, and simply you can sign in with your whatever your login, right? So I just log in with my with my user credential. So you can also just log in whatever login you want. So here simply see, if you go to that user token section, you are able to see the token section, right? Simply you can copy and paste it over here. That's it, right? Once you're done, you can just enable over here, so that it can enable from this code, right? So that is a complete configuration. Okay, so once you're done, and one more thing actually you have to do this ngrok. One is token, next is also you have to just create that is optional actually. So another things you have to just create that is static domain. So if you first time over here, right, so you can just create a new domain. So once you create a new domain, so you can just create it. So okay, so see, by default I getting this domain over here first time because it is just free version. So that's why I get it one, but another one I'm not able to do that because it is asking to over here, right? So that you can just check it in your side. Also for free version you can get only one domain at a time. So I just already created, so I'm using this guy, right? So just copy this domain, also copy this domain, because this domain also I required. So copy this domain, right? So go to here, copy this domain. Also if you click over here, so you can open it over here, but yeah, you can just copy this domain and go back to here, and further you have to do think over here. Okay, so what you need to do, simply the next line would be like whatever ngrok I just install it, I will use, and I just authenticating using this auth token, right? So this is finally I stable that authentication with the ngrok and stable the connection. And once you're done, now another command would be over here, simply I can serve that Ollama, right? So this is that final command. Okay, now see, I just use Ollama serve and Ngrok, and I just showing that this HTTP it should be allow, okay, and it will be listening point, and then also I will put that header, and let me zoom in so that you can see, and also I will specify the domain and also some logging over here, and then sleep after 5 seconds, and then finally see this is a one of the way we can directly actually whatever model I want, right, to run in this now Ollama means in this Ollama server, so that I just simply I can directly run Ollama run, and this is our model name like Queen 2.5 coder or any of the model which you can. This is actually optional, you can skip over here, and later on I'll also show you how we can connect this in our local local terminal, in a Windows terminal or in a Mac terminal, whatever terminal I can directly stable that connection over here, direct this Colab and our here, and that our ng server Ngrok and our local PC, right, so that I can run more, I can more actually download more model, right. So don't worry about that, I'll explain more little bit. So once you're done, now see I'm completely done. So what I will do, simply I can run this one, and now it is just started, and also see this is listening point, it is running, and also your Ollama, actually Ollama server is running in the Ngrok. Once you copy this guy, okay, let me copy this guy, or simply click on this. So once you click, now see your Ollama is running, right. So that means your server is listening in this here stabilize on, but what you need, what is actually doing the next after that, once you complete setup, it is just try to download this Ollama model, right, this another LLM model. So if you see over here, okay, see here they starting to download this our model, and they also they see this is a very fast over here, almost within a within a 1 second, within a 10-20 second, it is completely download this 4 GB model, right, more than 4 GB model. Now see, just finally complete it, right, and also it is showing that just testing perspective, it is showing, okay, so let me test, okay, hi, if I just put hi, so it is just giving to see how quick they provide that response, right, it is so quick. So that is actually the way we can expose our Ollama in our any server, Google Colab server, and they will give that faster, and also I can expose using this Ngrok that now API URL, so that I can use any of the application. So don't worry, I'll show you how can use this API URL in our any application which is returning that all that chatbot response. So let me show me another one, like okay, why it's not okay, let me ask another question, what is dot, okay, let me, why it's not showing, I don't know, but yeah, what is dot net, okay, let me see how much faster, see, very fast, right, so it is 100x faster rather than in local Ollama, okay, so that is fine, I'm getting the response quickly. So once you set up, now our running over here, now first I'll show you in the Postman, so that you can see how can get this API, this this URL expose in outside, and I can get it from that Postman, then I can integrate in my application. Okay, so now open this Postman, and here just copy your this URL, copy this URL, go back and just pass it to over here, right, in the Postman. And if you also not about to Postman, and also first just open the Postman and create a new request, right, in this here. And once you create a new request, you will see this section, and you can just choose the post, and then you can mention that URL, and then use v1 and chat completion. Okay, so this is a chat completion, so that they can understand we are trying to chat. Okay, so I already set up, but yeah, you can also set up over here, but I'll just show you. And then simply you can use this whatever model I just installed over here. So whatever the model I just installed Queen 3.2, right? So let me show you again one more time, so that you can correlate it where I'm getting this model. And also see, I just using this model, right, Queen 2.5 coder. So go back to here in the Postman, just mention your model name here, 2.5 coder, and just ask the question, okay, and just hit enter so that I can show you how much faster I'm getting that response. Okay, so once I hit enter, now see, within 3 seconds, right? Now see, 200 get response, within 3 seconds I'm getting that complete response, right? So this is the actually way to we can expose that our Ollama in this Google server, and we can use very faster. Okay, so now we are getting successfully response from using this API. So what I will do, I will use this API in this URL in our app, one of that app, so that I can show you in real chat with this app. Okay, so what I will do, I will just use our BS code, because I already has create a one application in this Python. Okay, so let me show you. So see, this is a simple application I already created. Let me, okay, now see, simple, I'm using this application. I'm not going to detail this application, but yeah, simple and showing I'm using this dependency streamlit and request JSON and all, and I am using this whatever Ollama, actually Ollama URL I'm using. So I'm using this URL, right, which is I showing as a Postman. So simply I pass this URL over here, API chat, right, and I'm using the model name, and this is just take a request and giving that response. Okay, so simply I will run this application. So go to terminal and just run this application. So how you can install that requirement? Simply you can use that pip install and then this guy. Okay, so this is that command, pip install, and then R for just whatever requirement, and just mention your requirement.ts file. So whatever dependency I mentioned, it will just install over here. So once you install, now see, it's just install whatever dependency. After that you have to just do second command, which is just simple streamlit, like, because we are using that streamlit, right? So I have to use that streamlit command. So here I can just use this command, like streamlit as a command, and then run, and then whatever our file name, right? So this is my file name, and hit enter. So once you hit enter, it will just start to listening over here, and also parallelly you can see my application got running over here, right? And also I'm just using the .NET real world example chatbot, right? And then just simply I can ask the question. Okay, so hi, I can just hi. See how quickly I getting the response. And then I just ask another question, what is Ollama, right? Let me just ask to what is that Ollama. Now see, I'm getting the response quickly. Now what is that Ollama? So it is also just as like chatbot, whatever the response we are getting as like chatbot, right? This is way actually we can use it. And now last thing, actually I will want to show you how I can access this how I can just use another model, right? Because see, once I just configured over here, so that next question would be like, okay, if I want to another model again, I have to use this stop and then run it again, right? So don't do that. Okay, what you need to do in this case, just open any command in any terminal in your PC. Like I am using that Windows, I am using that window terminal, but if you using the MacBook, so you can use it a MacBook. Okay, and just simply you can use it any terminal over here. And for MacBook, you have to just use an export, and then Ollama, and then host. Okay, and then pasted your hosted URL. So this is my hosted URL, which is provided in Ngrok, and then it. So this is for that Mac. Okay, but this is not my MacBook. So what I will do, I'll instead of this, I just simply change to export to set, because Windows is using that different command, right? So I'm using the set. So once you set, now see Ollama list. Okay, so once you click that Ollama list, now see, I just using only one large language model over here. So this is one large language model over here, right? And how I can just add another model, and also I will show you let me open another tab. Okay, and if you not able to get this Ollama command, like see, might be if you're doing first time, so you are, it is saying okay, Ollama is not available in your machine. So what you need to do, simply go to that Google search, and just you look for that Ollama, and just go to that Ollama website, and just you can just simply install this Ollama in your Mac or Windows and anywhere. So once you get, so you will get this Ollama command. Okay, so this Ollama command actually for this local purpose, so you can just install it. So once you install it, now see, I am just open another command terminal. Okay, and I'll show you like how any Ollama, local Ollama I haven't or not. Okay, so let me show you, like for example, let me give in little more Ollama list. Now see, in my local I don't have any Ollama, but once you hosted this this server, so it is showing this one Ollama is over there, right? So also I'll show you that parallelly. Let me, okay, I'll show you like how fast actually download also this Ollama in local versus that hosted environment, right? So that is the main goal over here. So let me just open another terminal so that I can show you parallelly. So okay, so let me, okay, show me that parallelly two things. Okay, so this is my hosted one and this is my normal one. Okay, so first let me show you Ollama list. Okay, so my local one does not have any Ollama model, but in hosted one I have, okay, this is my hosted one. Let me close everything over here. Okay, so hosted one I have one, right? So now what I will do, I will just install another one. Okay, so for another one, how I can get that another model? So you can go to that Ollama over here and click that model section, and you can just install any of that. For example, in the now on the train or the DeepSeek, right? So just copy this DeepSeek, or if you can go to over here, you can see there's a models like 7B, 8B, 14B and all, right? So as of now, just demonstration perspective, I will use this one DeepSeek R1, and latest one is also using the 7 billion parameter. So go over here and simply you can just use Ollama, or just use direct this copy, run this command, copy this command and just paste it over here and hit enter. And parallelly I'll show you this our local also. Now see how fast actually it is, now 14, 15, 16, but still it is a 0, right? That actually flexibility giving that our Google server, like that GPU, so they install in their machine, and it is very very fast because they're using GPU and high performance processor and all. But here see it's still a 0% in my local, and it is almost completed 4.0 GB within a 2 or 3 second, right? So that is a goal actually I want to show you. Now see, it's still 1%, and it is taking more time, like 1 hour. It is asking to 1 hour required for install this 4 GB model in my local, but in Google Colab it is just complete within a second, within a millisecond, right? Like 20 or 15. Now see, it is got completed. And also it will tell you like if you want to run this one in your, if you want to ask that question, you can ask the question also. Let me show you. Okay, now see, once it is completed, and let me ask, okay, hi. So once you hi, how quick that response, right? It is instantly give the response. And what is this, what is about this model? Okay, so let me ask what is about this model. Now see, this model, whatever things, it's quickly responds it, but still it is now here, just try to install. Okay, so that is the way you can use it. And simply close this and click over here, and I'll show you how many models I have. So buy, and then Ollama list. Now it should be 2 model. Now see, I have a 2 model. One is the DeepSeek, one is the Queen 2.5, right? So this is where you can just connect it, and even once you're doing this terminal and all, right, so you also able to see in this Jupyter notebook, so whatever performance you have do, whatever things you are doing over there, right? See, they will do same things over here, but internally. Okay, so that's how actually we can connect our free server. We can use that free server of Google, and we can fast our local Ollama provider to expose the outside in the world, right? So that's all for this session, and yeah, I think that's pretty much good for this session. And don't worry about that, I'll just use, as of now I just use this Python application to integrate this this local Ollama, but in our upcoming session I'll use this one to my my .NET application. So unfortunately we will handle that. Okay, so that's all for this session. And yeah, one more thing, so if you're not using, so what after learning complete it, so make sure once you complete, you just disconnect and delete this runtime, so that unnecessary not using this server in a without using, right? So just make sure once you complete you can do that, so that you can leverage this server a long time. Okay, so that's all, and have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.